Do you find spooky things intriguing? And would you like to see some of the creepiest trail camera images ever captured? These images will not only make you appreciate the trail camera's quality, but they will also send shivers down your spine. So are you ready? In today's video, we'll give you the scariest experience through the capturing of trail cams. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. A saber-toothed tiger and his ghost buddy. Aren't saber-toothed tigers extinct? They no longer exist, correct? This picture demonstrates that the opposite is actually the case. A picture of a light aura can be seen next to a picture of a dark saber-toothed cat. There is no other plausible explanation for what we are witnessing besides the fact that a spirit saber-tooth is lingering in these woods and beaming at this fortunate trail camera. Number 2. The modern Timon and Pumbaa. There aren't many animal pairings that stick out in people's minds more than Timon and Pumbaa from The Lion King, but this couple might give Disney a run for its money. The story of Timon and Pumbaa follows a meerkat and a warthog, but our raccoon and pig duo gives us serious Hakuna Matata vibes in all of the best ways possible. Number 3. Bloodied buck. In one of the most disturbing pictures of an animal ever taken, the face of this unfortunate buck is stained with blood in the accompanying picture. It might be challenging for the audience to extrapolate a conclusion from this picture. Was it in a battle with one of the other bucks in the herd? But who among us can recount what really happened? Nevertheless, it is a very unsettling sight to behold. Number 4. Super squirrel. According to all available scientific evidence, flying squirrels are a real phenomenon. But to actually witness one in action at night, flying over a deer that is unaware of its presence, is something that is on par with experiencing something that only happens once in a lifetime. We are very interested in seeing the photographs that were taken immediately after this one so that we can find out what happens next with the deer and the squirrel working together. Number 5. A cat was killed by an owl. Do you keep a cat at home as a pet? If that's the case, the contours of this picture are going to impress upon just how adorable your cat is. Another picture that was taken with a hunting camera shows an owl carrying a cat away from the scene. The cat appears to be completely helpless, which is reflected in the photo along with the cat's eyes that have a demonic appearance. Number 6. This angel who looks like a fairy is doing something magical. Trail cameras have captured some of the most heinous crimes we've ever seen. It is not often that we are able to witness something that is good and mystical. Because of the light that emanates from this man, he looks eerily similar to a fairy or an angel, or perhaps even a hybrid of the two. We have high hopes that if we are ever ambushed in the woods by ourselves, this creature will be there to save us from some of the more terrifying ones. Number 7. Clown in the midst of a forest. Have you ever considered the possibility that a clown could give you the creeps? It is possible if you are able to catch it in the middle of a dense forest. It goes without saying that a clown would be completely out of place in the woods, right? Then why does this picture depict something completely different? On your next trip through the jungle, you should bring a game camera with night vision so you can record all of these eerie occurrences. Number 8. Bears enjoy catching snowflakes on their tongues. This picture demonstrates that you do not need to be a polar bear in order to take pleasure in a beautiful winter wonderland. This picture shows a cute brown bear having the time of his life, frolicking in the snow and catching snowflakes on his tongue. Bears can be seen in the background, and they are most certainly envious of all the fun that our main character is having. Number 9. Just your typical spooky get-together of ghosts. It is always odd when a significant number of people congregate in the darkness of the night. Things become even more perplexing, however, when all of them are dressed identically in white cloaks and are slouching in a sinister manner. Being a fly on the wall during this spooky get-together would be entertaining in a way that is very Edgar Allan Poe. Number 10. Bigfoot creature. Have you heard any stories or read any folklore about the legendary creature known as Bigfoot? A picture, on the other hand, raises the question of whether or not it actually exists. This photograph captures a peculiar creature in the midst of some activity. It is not a particularly thick forest, so it is highly unlikely that an ape has made its home there. Other than Bigfoot, what else could that animal possibly be? Number 11. Floating skulls. What might have been nothing more than some dust particles floating in the air has become without a doubt one of the strangest images ever captured by a trail camera. There's no denying that these tiny floating lights resemble tiny skulls. If our camera had captured this image, we would take this as a serious warning about whatever is going on behind the skulls, and we would do so immediately. Number 12. a group of guys discovered in their natural environment. Although we are aware that trail cameras are intended to take pictures of animals, this was not the purpose we had in mind when we purchased them. When a bunch of guys get together for a night of fun in the woods, you can pretty much count on something like this happening at some point. They appear to be a sociable bunch of people, which makes us think it would be cool to hang out with them. Number 13. Doe misses his apple treat. The unfortunate doe was about to devour the apples that it found on its way when it was startled. A horrifying shriek sound, on the other hand, terrifies the poor doe, and the image captures his helpless and confused attempt to flee. Number 14. Horrifying humans. Taking a picture of a wild animal with your wildlife camera is an entirely natural thing to do. What would you do, though, if the human you captured had a horrified expression on his face? This picture depicts a humanoid figure, but understanding what he or she is doing is not at all straightforward. The horrifying look on his face gives the impression that he has just killed an animal and then torn it to pieces using his bare hands. Number 15. A strange figure in the woods. An image of a person hidden in the darkness behind a tree in the woods was captured by a motion-activated night vision game camera. It then knelt down even further, which caused the onlookers to feel even more terrified. Some of you have speculated that it could be a member of any one of the tribes. However, the picture is extremely unsettling and will be permanently imprinted in people's minds, and not in a positive way. Number 16. A lost girl. How would you react if all of a sudden a young girl appeared in one of your photographs? The subject of this photograph is a girl who appears confused while standing somewhat removed from the subject of the photo, which is a deer. This picture does not contain any sort of narrative, but there is no denying its unsettling nature of it. Number 17. A ghost or a boy. This is also one of the most terrifying pictures ever taken with a trail camera. It shows a young boy frolicking around in the forest. We are unsure whether we are looking at a boy or a ghost due to the ethereal white glow that emanates from his eyes. You can get the best trail camera for yourself so that you can take pictures that give you goosebumps. Number 18. The big bad wolf just stopped for a quick snack. Do you remember the tale of Little Red Riding Hood? Well, this is probably how the story would go if the big bad wolf had found her before she pretended to be grandma. Have you tried using a wireless trail camera to capture mysterious photos while traveling? Let us know in the comments section below. And that brings us to the end of the video. Feel free to let us know what you think about this video. And if you like this video, then please click on the like button and click on the subscribe button to our channel for more amazing content. Thank you so much for watching our video, and we will see you in the next video.